It's like sort of knowing it on one level, but not really living it.
Who is going to live
It's
it?
like-
How do you live it? How do you live it? It's not a common myth. That there's a you, there's life, as it said, there's nobody living it. It's like you make it into a job.
Yeah.
Which is, you see,
So
like
then-
I've got to live it, and you've given yourself a task you cannot possibly fulfill. The mind does not have the potency of concentrated energy to do that. By its own nature, it will drift onto something else. If it's up to you as your mind or your attention to remain in the self, so I'm going to tell you, you're not going to do it. You cannot remain in the self. Forget about it. You are the self. You are the self. You just have to stop giving energy to the thoughts that make you feel you're other than the self. They will make you feel like the self is someplace located you have to find.
Immediately my
You have to
mind
give
comes
up
in and
something.
says, oh right, how do I stop giving energy to something? And, straight away, it's, as the mind does, it's looking for, something to do. So
The mind is easily employable. It's never redundant. It doesn't,
And I think I'm hearing you say, what I'm hearing you say is enough to simply see that identification is going on, that energy is being focused.
What I said to you is stop investing or giving energy to those thoughts that give you the sense that you are apart from the self or apart from the truth or something, you see? What it's implied is that you are the truth. You are that, okay? Maybe there's a thought that says, no, but I'm not that. I know I'm not that. I mean, it sounds very nice in this space to say I am that. And while I'm here, it feels nice, but when I'm out there, it's gone. So that kind of thinking is well exercised by you. You see, that something is easy. It does not have to audition for your attention, these type of thoughts, because they've been let in so much. Okay, they were their own team member.
And when I watch them, I can see, they're all about the past or the future. They're not really, they're just doing something.
They're all about your attention. Even that sometimes you think you're watching the mind is also part of the mind. I'm watching to make sure that the mind is really behaving, okay? But this is mind also.
But the noticing, the being aware that's
what the noticing
happening.
is like the noticing is like a mirror for the beingness. It simply notices it and it remembers what it is, and it just it leaves that. You don't have to keep on looking at it. You see, it's just like it's a reminder. You see, it's like if a child is learning to walk, is moving, and then it falls, then it might use a chair to get up. Then when it's up, it lets go the chair. It doesn't need the chair anymore. You need it only for that moment to recognize. But that's not true. Then why you got to turn it into a meditation like it's not true? And then what else is there? You see, it's not true. And the minute that's recognized, you are recognized that I am where I've always been, actually.
If I'm totally honest in this moment now, what's going on is there's something coming up and saying, I've heard this before, I've heard this so many times, and I'm still not doing it, for want of a better word.
Okay.
Or,
there's two ways to go with this. You totally believe it, or you totally check it out. Okay, you totally believe it. I've heard this before. I've read the best books, listened to the best talks, DVDs, Advaita, well, all of it. So I've heard it before. And when you think you've heard something before, you're not open anymore.
That's right.
Been there, done it.
Yeah, there's a closure.
You have something more original than that?
But there's, for me, in this, there's a self-condemnatory kind of quality to it. It's, oh, right, you're not getting it again, or you're not doing it again. And it's almost like a kind of obsession. That's what I've been talking about most of the time, really, is living in that.
But that only derived power because the amount of interest it gets. It snaps its finger and you come running, you see, and you're feeding into this energy that is, sort of, it's a self-doubt energy particularly or something, you see.
And it goes round in circles, because I think, oh, meditate more, and then you'll come back into the space where you know it's not true. And so, you're creating
What is the payoff? You must be getting some good wages for that. I would just like to know, maybe I can join you. There must be a reason why, because if you go to a place, you step on it, boom, you lose a leg. You're going to go back with the other leg and try. Boom.
That's the question I've got,
why
too.
you keep going back to it?
Yeah.
What is it? What is it that's fueling this loyalty to this condition? Because usually we only go back to a place because it's something,
That's where I am, and I haven't found an answer.
Actually, that's where you think you are.
Okay.
This is just where you think you are, and maybe that's it. Maybe you cannot let go of just this belief or this conviction that, I am in trouble. I am the thing that goes around. I am the one that, beats up on myself. And something that feels so miserably uncomfortable, but comfortable with it. Because, you have to be a bit comfortable with your discomfort to keep it going somehow. And then it's just, you're in that, you seem to be in that space. I'm just throwing the whole lot out. I'm detonating the whole lot. Forget about that. Why are you spending all this time with this? This is nonsense. None of this is true. It's not what you actually are. You see? And because it can have so much belief in it, so much magnetism, that you can suck other people into your orbit. Easy, you see. Because what are you? You're like an energy field, everybody. Energy field of belief and all types of stuff. You're walking around, You're either blowing some people off or sucking them into your space. You see? So if you have a lot of magnetism for the negative, people are sucked into your black hole.
And yet it seems to reverse, in being in the space of in touch with what is, then it actually, goes the other way around. And
give up this idea about being in touch with what is. You are what is.
Yeah, okay.
Being in touch just fires you, basically, and you have to seek employment again. And oops, you might get in again, and for a while, look, I'm in touch again. Haha, I got the job back, which you won't keep. Okay? So don't be in touch with yourself. Be yourself. You are that. Okay? That is not a compliment I'm giving you. You are that. What is happening is that there are some thoughts that, whichever way they came into your consciousness, have somehow seemed to lodge themselves there. And they take up a lot of gigabytes in you at the moment, which is like, I'm not this, I'm not that, there yet.
I've never had it so strong. It's like it's gone stronger than it's ever been.
Sometimes.
In the last 6 months. And then
it can be like that because the nature, sometimes when a fire is going out, it gives up the biggest smoke. Sometimes the most auspicious moment for something, a mighty discovery, your greatest resistances will come. It happens like this. It's like, things have never been so bad. You see? And if you go back to the mind, guess what's going to happen? The mind is going to say, oh, come to mommy. And it will rub your shoulders and it will
it feels really humiliating. It's horrible.
Really? You're lucky. Some people, they go back and mind is very kind for a while. So if you go back to the mind, kicks you out, then it's a good mind. It's not so bad. It's helping you. What did I say there?